What's up, famzy? My name is Branzy, and welcome to another episode of EchoCraft. Last episode, famzy, we started work on getting all the resources that we need in order to start our series. And this series, like I mentioned, is going to be mainly about building cool stuff and learning to be a better builder and learning all the different tricks and things that the Minecraft community has come up with over the years and things that I need to learn and do better at. And so today what we're going to do is get right into that right off the bat. And I think the first step in any big build that we're going to do is going to be to set up and create a good landscape around our build in order to fill it with cool stuff. So that's what we're going to work on today, is how to create better terrain in our Minecraft world. Now, there's already quite a bit of videos and content out there about how to create better terrain in your own world and all that stuff, and I'll try to link some references that I found along the way to getting to this point, or that I've used in the past for the BranzyCraft series and stuff like that. But instead of doing a video like that, what I wanted to do is just share with you 5 secrets that I keep in mind while I'm doing terraforming that really help me in creating better terrain and more realistic touches to the Minecraft world. And the first secret that I want to share with you guys is nothing is permanent in Minecraft. Meaning that you can tear down an entire mountain, you can drain an entire ocean, you can build whatever you want to build, right? So don't let something like, oh, there's a mountain in the middle of this perfect biome distract you or deter you from building what you want to build where you want to build it, right? You can do so many things. You can try to incorporate that mountain. Let it fuel your imagination and your creativity within your build. Or worst case scenario, you can just remove the whole thing. It'll take a little bit longer, but if that's what you want to do, that's what you want to do. But that's sort of why I decided to go with this spot when we were picking for the server, because this terrain is nothing like what I wanted. And so it kind of gives us this really cool opportunity to build what we want, not just the builds themselves, but the environment around the builds and the biome that it's going to live in. Like the setting for the build itself is a really important aspect of your build, and it sets you apart from the good to the great builders, in my opinion. Now, secret number 2 is to plan your build. I know it's groundbreaking, right? But bear with me. Think with me for a second. Terraforming is kind of like building the setting or the backdrop for your build. And so if you don't have any idea where your build is going to sit or what it's going to like shape out to be, how big it's going to be, you know, it kind of adds a lot more work down the road. You might need to build taller mountains to offset the size of your tower. You might need to expand how far out your hills are going because your build is going to sit, you know, too far to the left or something like that. Something silly that can really shift the entire landscape and cause so much more work. So definitely plan your builds whenever you can, or at least go into it with some sort of idea of like dimensions or even palette. Now, secret number 3, I'm only going to tell you because I think just about every large, you know, YouTube builder has already created this tip in a video at some point, and that is to create a wireframe of your terrain before you start putting a whole bunch of blocks down. And the reason that we do this is because, one, it's such a pain in the butt to have to go back and remove 50 blocks rather than just remove, you know, one line of blocks. Another reason is because without even having to place thousands of blocks, you can already get kind of an idea of how your build is going to look, how the terrain is going to shape out. You know, you can already kind of see some shape and some natural flows, right? And in this example, in this build, what I'm doing is kind of using a lot of space horizontally, a lot of blocks on the same horizontal plane before we go down in another level. And that is to kind of give it this more smooth hill instead of a more, I guess, Minecraft style hill where it goes almost like at a 45 to a 90-degree angle, right? So there's various different ways that you can build this stuff, but it's always good to start with a wireframe and get an idea and get a plan before you start placing thousands of blocks. Secret number 4 is probably my personal favorite, and that is to use the existing terrain to your advantage. Now, what do I mean by that? Well, say that you want to build in a plains biome, and there's this giant pond right in the middle of it. You may have watched a YouTube video, kind of like this one, and somebody told you that you need to flatten the area in order to see, the whole landscape you're working with. Instead of getting rid of that pond, though, why not expand it? Why not make it bigger? Make it into a lake. Put in some custom trees around it. Put a boat in the middle of it. How did the boat get there? I don't know, but that's where you come in. Use that existing terrain to not only inspire the area and the setting, but also the story behind it. And I think that if you always keep that story in mind and what is going on in this world, what's the backstory for everything, I think it's really going to help push your builds into that next level. But also, by using the existing terrain, we can do things like blending our terrain that we created into the existing terrain. And that's very important, because if you don't do that, you're going to end up with these kind of weird edges where you can clearly see like almost a line where you stopped building and the world started generating. And instead of just letting that go, use those flows and that ebb to the actual world generation to your advantage, and blend that into your build and make it all look that much more natural. Now, secret number 5 is probably the bane of my existence, and that is to take a step back and away. Now, by a step back, what I mean is get to the top of the world where you can still see your terrain that you're building, whether you're using scaffolding like I am, or if you're using a spectator account, whatever the case is, and just use that to your advantage to kind of look and see, like maybe there's a corner of a hill that you need to cut off. Maybe you need some additional height in a different area and some less height in another. There's so many different things that you can get and ideas that you can get just by looking at a top-down view of your build and getting an overall picture of it. But also, you need to take that step away. And by that, I mean, turn off Minecraft altogether. Like, these projects take hours and hours to do, right? Like, terraforming is no joke. It's why it's kind of one of those things that a lot of people don't do. But I promise you that if you take that time away, if you've been sitting for 3 hours and you close the game, take a good hour or even the whole night off of Minecraft altogether and come at it the next day, you'd be surprised at how different your perspective of the build is. You might suddenly realize, like, wow, I was actually building this way too small. Like, I need to increase this scale so much more in order to make it look like the way I want it to. It's easy to get lost in those long kind of drawn out sessions when you're playing and terraforming for long periods of time. So be sure to take that break and to get your mind right. And just when you thought I couldn't have any more secrets, Famzy, I got one more for you. That's right, a bonus secret, a secret bonus secret. And that is be patient and don't stress. Like, these builds take a long time and they take a lot of effort. And to be honest, the first few times that I terraformed anything, it turned out like garbage. But I promise that the more you do it, the more effort you put into it, the more time you put into it, the better it's going to be. Be patient. Take those breaks when you need them. Remember, nothing is permanent in Minecraft. Plan your build before you start doing all this crazy stuff. Start with one line and build that skeletal structure around your whole thing. Use the existing terrain to your advantage. Let it inspire you. Let it get those juices flowing and get that Minecraft imagination going. And then, of course, remember to take that step back and take those breaks. And you're going to be surprised with how much better your terrain will turn out. And if you did use these tips, let me know in the comments or send me pictures on Twitter or Instagram, whatever. Like, I love terrain. Minecraft terrain is probably one of my favorite topics for building. Okay, Famzy, so we are on our way to the first community project that we are going to work on, and that is to help out with the Enderman farm. That's right, I said it, the Enderman farm. Apparently, there has already been several dragon fights, and I have not been on for any of them, unfortunately. But they've already killed a dragon, and they have the Enderman farm ready, rock and rolling, and all that ready to go. And I just need to go and create an item sorter for it so that things don't keep just sitting there, basically. So that's what we're gonna go do. And on the way, I thought we would just kind of fly by what some of the other Echoes are doing on their bases, and look at Civ. a civilian is just, he's got some, okay, that's just flexing. Look at this. What is he doing over here? Now, from what I've been told, DC's base is actually located, I think within the end, but it's right on top of the end entrance. So if we find DC's base, we find the end. Now, the thing with DC's base is DC is making, DC Deckard, if you guys don't know, he's the moderator of the server. If you guys haven't been watching his stuff, the dude is going crazy. He's doing everything, and he's doing it real well. But I have a feeling that once we find DC's base, like we'll know DC's base when we see it. That's a guarantee. Oh boy. Oh boy. Yep, this looks about right. I would say that yep, we have made it. Oh, that's cool. Dude, that's dope. DC going ham right now. Okay, it's got, the portal has to be over here.
That's one thing no man.
All right, let's do this thing, shall we, famsy? Here we go. Woo! I did it. I'm here. There we go. Perfect. Yes. Perfect. Okay. I brought things. All right. This is the daring part, famsy. I have to not kill myself. That's the thing. Why does it always seem like I'm constantly just in a state of disarray and hanging over the edge of the void? This is ridiculous. Why did I sign up for this project? Oh my gosh. You know what, famsy? I just kind of had a realization. Why am I building this giant sorter when the only thing that we get out of here is ender pearls? Like that's it, right? So like we don't even need this. So what we've got here, famsy, is we got a little sorter system. Basically anything that falls into that hopper right there comes here, and then anything that is overflowing on this chest or anything that falls into quick gets shot into that dispenser and pop out and about. Now, this is a temporary setup, so it's not absolutely perfect, but I think it's pretty good, and I think it'll do well for the time being for our whole community. So there we go. I feel pretty good. We actually got to do something for the community, and that's so cool, even though it's so small. Like, DC did, like, the work. I just kind of came in and did, like, pretended like I was helping, I guess. What does this mean? Hello? What do I do? How do I get out of here? Okay, famsy, I have made it back over to the jungle, which is clear on the other side of the entire world. But I'm in search of two things. Jungle saplings and parrots. And that's right, I found another one, and he's beautiful. And I need him to just, you have wings. You will fall gracefully. Oh, wait, hold on. You will fall gracefully. Oh, there he comes. Oh, yes. See, and I give you bird food. Look, bird food. Yes. Be my friend. No, be my friend. Please be my friend. You don't need 20 seeds to be somebody's friends, man. This is ridiculous. You don't need this many seeds. Ever. Come on, one more. Just be my friend. He's my friend. And shifting gears for just a second, famsy, our dear friend Mr. Lagging Days has been a little under the weather recently and has kept him from being able to play on the server, and it's a bummer because it's brand new. And so I thought that what we should do is just drop him over a little care package, if you will, a little get better or get well soon package. Also, he's, I think, our closest neighbor, so it's kind of like the neighborly thing to do, I think, right? I mean, this isn't the greatest care package in the world, right? But like it's early in the season, and this is literally all the diamonds that I have to spare, like every single one. It's half of my iron and half of my lapis, and I threw in some bones and some arrows just to kind of give him some bone meal and protection if he needs it, and also some cookies, because nothing makes you feel better than a nice homemade cookie. Unless you're a parrot, and then it just murders you, apparently. I'm so sorry, okay, parrot? I'm so sorry. And look at how beautiful these shaders are, famsy. Oh, I just love it. These are the BSL shaders, by the way, if you're curious. But I wanted to come up here, take a quick look in Optifine and shaders and all that, and look at what we've been working on today, because it has been so much work. Okay, 3, 2, 1. Boom. That's right, family. We got this hill done over here, and then I went ahead and I also did this hill right over here and got that pretty much done. There's a little bit of cleanup and stuff I got to do on it, but I also carved out this little way through here, which is going to be a little river right here, just to kind of break up this terrain a little bit more. It goes back to the idea of kind of using the terrain to inspire the terrain. You know, tip, I don't remember, is it 3? Is that 2, 4? I lose track. Anyways, famsy, this has been a ton of work, a ton of blocks placed. I can't even tell you how much dirt that I've had to mine. Wait, actually, you know what? I say that, and I can tell you right now. That many dirt and grass had to be mined to make our dreams come true here. But I'm really loving how this is turning out. It's almost kind of like an Irelandish terrain kind of looking thing, and I am digging it so far. And it is going to have this amazing build right here, and then also maybe over there too. I don't know. I don't have it all planned out just yet, but I certainly have a lot of plans for this series and everything that we're going to be doing in here. I want to continue with the building and some tips and stuff, but I'm curious what you guys think about the tips and tricks for building, or if we should focus more on just the gameplay. Or, just kind of curious what your guys' perspective and what your thoughts are on all of that. I'm having a lot of fun playing on the server so far, and we're going to be pumping out episodes as quick as possible here. And this episode has been extra jumpy just because of how massive this project was, but we were able to help out the community a little bit and do some stuff with DC in the end, and then we were also able to go over to Lagging Day's place and give him a little care package, and hopefully he gets better soon so we can do some stuff with him in the near future. But we'll get to all that later on, I am sure. With that being said, famsy, I really hope that you enjoyed today's episode. If you did, be sure to let me know down below. You guys know what to do. Leave a like if you liked it. Leave a comment if you have any suggestions on anything that you saw today or anything that you'd like to see in the future. And as always, tune in for the next one.
That's one small step for man.